Daredevil is a character that I'm pretty sure everybody loves. I mean, honestly, I haven't talked to or met any person that has watched this show and not liked it. Then Daredevil and all these other Marvel Netflix characters, his relationship with the MCU and like the Avengers and stuff is a little complicated because like we know it's kind of connected to the MCU and it's kind of canon, but at the same time it's not. Because, like, on the Netflix shows, we have references to, like, the Battle of New York and the Hulk and Captain America and stuff. But then there's never anything in the movies that connects it to these shows. So we're not completely sure if they're connected, but hopefully they will be very soon. But because everybody loves Daredevil so much, we want to see him in the proper MCU. And because his show was canceled, we want to see him in the movies. We want to see him get his own Disney Plus show, maybe, or just some kind of role in the future of the MCU. And while there's currently no news on whether he'll appear in the MCU anytime soon, we do have some news about a possible character appearing in a future MCU project in Phase 4 actually that has heavy, like really big ties to the character of Daredevil and could even lead into the setup of Daredevil appearing in the MCU alongside some other Daredevil characters. But anyway, that character is Echo, aka Maya Lopez. So basically, a couple days ago, there was a casting call put out for a future MCU Disney Plus show for Marvel, and it was basically like they wanted a deaf Native American actress to play a character in her 20s. And that's like the basic rundown of what the casting call was about. So this is like clearly Maya Lopez, aka Echo. She has heavy ties to Daredevil, and I'm not really going to get into all that because I'm not that familiar with the character, but I just know that she has heavy ties to Daredevil. She's had a romantic relationship with him before, and then also heavy ties to Kingpin as well, and I'll get into that more later. But if this character is going to be introduced into the MCU in one of these next Disney Plus shows for the MCU, which one will it be? Well, I think the obvious one here is Hawkeye. I mean, this is the one that would just make sense the most because we know that this Hawkeye show is going to explore some more of Clint's time as Ronin. And then also, it could set up the next Ronin in the form of Maya Lopez, because if you don't know, in the comics, Maya Lopez actually became Ronin at one point. So maybe by the end of this show, we will not only have a new Hawkeye in the form of Kate Bishop, but also a new Ronin in the form of Maya Lopez, which would be really great to see. And then, because I really love the Ronin character and like the persona, so maybe we'll get a more comic accurate version of Ronin, like basically without the hood. And as you can see here, this is the comic accurate version that I'd like to see better portrayed on the screen. But that'd be great because then we could get to see the character of Ronin continue on in the MCU. But with this character being in the MCU, whether she becomes Ronin or not, like I said before, she has heavy ties to Kingpin. That's right, Kingpin. He and Daredevil are the two best characters from the Marvel Netflix shows, and I would love to see both of them in the MCU, especially if they were like in a Spider-Man movie or something like that. Ooh, that'd be really good. But Maya actually used to work with the Kingpin, because it was like Kingpin sent her to go kill Daredevil, but she was in love with Matt Murdock, but she didn't know that Matt Murdock was Daredevil. So then in the end, when she found out that Matt Murdock and Daredevil were the same person, she went and shot Kingpin and, well, actually made him go blind. So there's that whole story there, and there's a lot you can do with the dynamic between these two characters, and I would love to see that play out in the MCU, whether they do that or something completely different. I just want to see Kingpin in the MCU, and if we're getting Maya Lopez in the MCU, whether she's Echo or Ronin or whatever, it could definitely set up the possible appearance or role of the Kingpin in the MCU. And then that would also lead into possibly something with Daredevil. And I would love to see any of this happen in the MCU because I love these characters. I love the show. Definitely one of my favorite shows of all time. Especially because of that third season, because that was really good. But to see these characters in the MCU, like to see like the Avengers fighting Kingpin, or to see like Spider-Man teaming up with Daredevil or something like that, or to see Maya Lopez as the new Ronin fighting alongside Hawkeye, I mean that would just be really cool to see, and I would love to see this happen in the MCU. But anyways, guys, what do you think about this news? Are you excited to see Maya Lopez in the MCU? What Disney Plus series do you think she'll appear in? Do you agree with me? Do you think it will be Hawkeye? Do you think she'll become the new Ronin? And do you think this will lead to the possible setup of the Kingpin ending up in the MCU? So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please drop a like and hit the subscribe button so I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.